Welcome back to Hard Time Sports. This topic is my NFL picks, week number 13. Let's get started. For tonight's game, November 30th, the last day of the month, between the Washington Redskins at the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to take the Washington Redskins to beat the Dallas Cowboys because the Dallas Cowboys has showed no sign of playing good football ever since Ezekiel Elliott finally got suspended. He should have taken a suspension like a man and taken the first 6 games of the season instead of taking it towards the end of the season when it matters the most. So I think at the end of the day, his suspension will cost the Dallas Cowboys a playoff spot. So I'm going to take the Washington Redskins to beat the Dallas Cowboys, led by Kirk Cousins and company, will beat the Cowboys. Now, let's go to December 3rd, Sunday's games. Let's start off with the Minnesota Vikings at the Atlanta Falcons. The Minnesota Vikings are playing outstanding, tremendous football this season. But the Atlanta Falcons have been playing great the last 3 games. And it's in Atlanta, which is a tough place to play. But defense in football travels. So I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings in a close game, no more than a field goal to 6 points, somewhere around that range, to beat the Atlanta Falcons, just because their defense will get it done to beat the Falcons. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans didn't play very good last week, but they still pulled out the victory. Houston played decent on Monday night against Baltimore, but lost. But without Deshaun Watson on offense and without J.J. Watt on defense, I think Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans will be able to run the ball. They'll be able to throw the ball, and their defense is decent. I think they'll be able to beat the Houston Texans, so I'm going to take Tennessee over Houston. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have both teams in this game are struggling, playing bad football. The Kansas City Chiefs started off 5-0. They've won 1 game since. I believe they're 1-5, something like that. They're playing absolutely terrible football. So are the New York Jets. So I had to flip a coin, and I'm just going to take the Chiefs because their quarterback is probably better than the Jets quarterback. But the Chiefs will probably lose this game too. And it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm just going to take the Chiefs because I think they're the better team. They should beat the Jets, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs lost again. But I'm going to still take the Chiefs. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. This is a divisional game. The Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. Carolina's been playing some good football the last couple of weeks. So have the Saints until they stumbled last week against the Rams. It's in New Orleans, which is another tough place to play. I'm going to take the home team, the Saints, by a nail-biter. Field goal to 7 points, somewhere around there. The Saints will beat the Panthers on December 3rd. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. Both of these two teams are playing terrible football. The Denver Broncos at the Miami Dolphins. I think the Broncos will probably get their last win of the season, as I think they will beat the Dolphins. In Miami, I still think the Denver Broncos defense is probably better, even though they haven't played good in the last 7 games. Their defense is still better than the Dolphins, and plus Jay Cutler throws a lot of interceptions. And even without Talib being suspended for the Broncos, I still think the Broncos will somehow, some way, finally win a game to win their 4th game of the season, so they'll beat the Dolphins. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday. The Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. Detroit didn't play too bad on Thanksgiving, but didn't play too good. I think they will bounce back with Matthew Stafford, Golden Tate, and Marvin Jones will get the job done, as they will beat the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Joe Flacco isn't playing good this year. It's their defense is what's keeping the Ravens in the playoff race. But I think at the end of the day, the Lions quarterback is better than the Ravens. So I'm going to take the Lions to go into Baltimore and beat the Baltimore Ravens. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. This pick is an absolute no-brainer. It's the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to take the New England Patriots. They're absolutely playing the best football probably right now in the NFL, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won the Super Bowl again this year. So I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Buffalo Bills. Even though it's in Buffalo, they'll beat them by 10 10 points or more. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have two awful teams in this game. You have a one-win San Francisco 49ers team against a three-win Bears team. But the Bears have beaten three decent teams this year. But at the end of the day, I'm going to take the Bears because I think they're a little bit better team than the 49ers. So the Bears beat the 49ers on Sunday. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Green Bay Packers. To me, this is a must-win game for the Green Bay Packers to beat the Buccaneers. Because if the Packers can win this game and the following game, there's a chance Aaron Rodgers will play and come back with 3 games left. And if they can win out, they can get one of those wild card spots in the playoffs. And as long as you have Rodgers, you can win it all. So I'm going to take the Packers to beat the Buccaneers at home on Sunday. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. The Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Indianapolis Colts are blowing games this season, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had a lead and blew it again. Plus, Jacksonville lost last week to the Cardinals on a late field goal. So I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars at home, being able to run the ball and absolutely destroy the Indianapolis Colts, who will probably have a lead and then blow it or just get blown out. So the Jaguars will still win that game. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the winless Cleveland Browns at the LA Chargers. The Chargers are going to destroy the Browns. Not even a competition. Game won't even be close. They'll win by 3 touchdowns or more. So the LA Chargers will beat the Browns on Sunday. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. Oh, this one is a really one. It's going to tick me off, and it's going to tick a lot of fans off. Eli Manning's not playing on Sunday. Why? Because they decided to bench him after 210 consecutive starts. What a stupid franchise. If I were the New York fans, I wouldn't even watch this team the rest of the year. They are abandoning, they're probably one of their best quarterbacks in franchise history, in Eli Manning, as they are benching him for Geno Smith. If you wanted to bench Eli Manning, don't bench him from Geno Smith. You've already seen him. Bench him for the rookie Davis Webb to see what you have, to see if you need to draft another quarterback. If not, you're just wasting your time on Geno Smith. He's not very good. He wasn't good with the Jets, so why are you wasting your time? And even though it's at Oakland, and Oakland is probably going to have their 2 best receivers out, and Michael Crabtree, who is serving a 2-game suspension with a fight last week with Keith Talib with Denver, and Amari Cooper is probably not going to pass concussion protocol. The Raiders' 2 best receivers are out, but I still think the Giants are going to lose that game because of Geno Smith playing. I think the Raiders will still beat the Giants at home on Sunday. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday. The LA Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. The LA Rams will absolutely destroy them. Not even going to be a game. The Rams will beat the Cardinals single-handedly, beat them down to a pulp. Game won't even be close. So the LA Rams will beat the Cardinals. Now, this was the top. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. The Sunday night game of the week on Channel 5. NBC. Toughest pick I had to make this week. The Philadelphia Eagles at 10-1 against the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. But I think the Eagles have enough to get it done to beat the Seahawks in Seattle because Richard Sherman's out. The Seattle's defense isn't as good as it used to be. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Eagles will win it late. So I'm going to take the Eagles to beat the Seahawks in Seattle. Now let's go to December 4th Monday Night Football game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the rivals in their division, the Cincinnati Bengals, at Cincinnati. I'm going to take the Steelers to beat the Bengals. Why? Better running game, better quarterback, better defense, better wide receivers, better everything across the board. Better coaching, better quarterback, better team. The Pittsburgh Steelers will beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Even though it's in Cincinnati, the Steelers will get it done. Those are my picks for week number 13. But let's do a quick recap on my picks. So, first, I have Washington over Dallas tonight. Minnesota Vikings over the Falcons. Tennessee Titans over the Houston Texans, the Kansas City Chiefs over the Jets, the New Orleans Saints over the Panthers, Denver Broncos over the Miami Dolphins, the Detroit Lions over the Baltimore Ravens, the New England Patriots over the Buffalo Bills, the Chicago Bears over the San Francisco 49ers, the Green Bay Packers over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Indianapolis Colts, the LA Chargers over the Cleveland Browns, the Oakland Raiders over the New York Giants, the Los Angeles Rams over the Arizona Cardinals, the Philadelphia Eagles over the Seattle Seahawks, and the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Cincinnati Bengals. Those are my picks for week number 13 of the NFL season. I'm Matthew. Until next week, enjoy the blog.